All right, I'm really excited about today because today we're going to talk about really setting up your social media, particularly your Instagram. And I think I'm so excited about it because I was the coach that literally started with 100 followers on Instagram. Do you remember when it was just basically a filter app for your photos?
I do.
That is when I started. And so I've been able to grow my account to where it is now. And I'm really excited to teach you the things that I did to help me get there. So we're going to give you a few things that we want you to apply to your Instagram account specifically today. And then I want you to take a screenshot of your Instagram profile and then post it below this video today.
Yep, absolutely. So the few things that I think about now that you're running your Instagram as a business, is the things that you should do to make it look more like a business, but not look salesy.
Right.
So, I think sometimes a good reference is to think about a realtor that uses their Instagram or their Facebook to market. So we want to take a bit of that and apply it here because it's very similar. So for example, a smiling headshot would be a good place to start. Not a picture where there's 5 of you in the picture, 5 of you and your closest friends, but a smiling headshot so they know, your audience knows who exactly it is they're talking to, and everybody likes a smiling picture and not a frumpy person.
Correct. And don't feel like it needs to be a professional photo. Mine right now is literally a photo he took in front of our garage. And so it can be just a simple photo
on our iPhones.
From your iPhone. Yeah.
So don't feel like you have to go out and buy a DSLR camera and take these fancy or hire your favorite photographer from down the road. This simply can be done. It's so simple. It's just a headshot of you. And like Kelsey said, in front of our garage. The next thing that you're going to need to do to make this a business, and it is a business now for you, is make it a public account.
Yes.
It's important to have a public account because if I'm someone that's interested in following you because I found you on Facebook or I seen somebody mention you and then I go to your Instagram and I can't see anything, that's not a good thing.
I'd be like, why would I follow you? And when you go to use hashtags, which we'll talk about that later, your stuff isn't going to show up in other people's feeds.
Yes.
So nobody's going to be able to find you. I think of it very much like if you were to go to Chipotle, because it's one of my favorite places, and you would go, it would be closed all the time because it's set to private. It'd be like their doors are always locked. And so think of your account being public, that your doors are open for business. You're here to help and to serve people. So it's really important.
I didn't think about that, but hashtags are one of the biggest building blocks for Instagram, but it is all irrelevant if you have a private account.
Yeah.
Because none of those hashtags with your picture will get shown up in the feed.
Yeah. And I know what you're thinking. Because you're probably a mom like me and you're thinking, but my kids are in my photos. Like, I don't know that I want it to be public. Mm-hmm. So what would you say to that, Dean?
Well, I get this question all the time, and so for you to think of that is completely normal. But think about when you go to Target or when you go to Walmart or where you go wherever in public, you wouldn't throw a sheet over your kid's head because you don't want someone to see them. And there's a lot of creepy people at Walmart. Let's just be real, right? So it's the same thing. Like we've done this for almost 6 years now. Can you believe that? 6 years. And we haven't had one scary event to where what we do to avoid any hiccup or any risk is we just don't post our location. We will post a location, but it's not our location where we're currently at.
Correct.
So public
account
is no different than you going into public. So just think about that.
Yes, public is very important. Okay.
I would not want you to put a mask or a sheet over that beautiful child in public.
No, or a blanket or anything else.
So I'm going to let you talk about the bio because you're really good about the bio.
Okay, so the bio is the part underneath your profile picture where you can type like a little bit about you. And so I really want you to think of this as more of like a lifestyle influencer. I want you to think about, and I want you to take a brain dump of every area or everything that you want to improve in your life. What are areas of your life that you either love, like you're just passionate about it, you would do it whether you were a coach or not, you're just extremely passionate about it, or areas that you constantly want to improve. And so maybe you're passionate about scrapbooking. Maybe you're passionate about DIY projects. Maybe you're passionate about creating simple meals in the kitchen. So, but those are also areas that you want to improve on, right? Okay, so that may be one area. And then maybe you're doing another brain dump, maybe making a list of areas that you want to improve. Like you constantly want to work on your marriage. You constantly want to work on becoming a more confident version of you. You constantly want to work on becoming a better mom. You constantly want to work on your faith. Maybe those are some areas, those just to give you some ideas that you could do a brain dump on, okay? One of those areas is a no-brainer. You're here to be a health and fitness coach. So one of those areas should definitely be health and fitness because you're improving that area. But then I want you to think of, after you do that brain dump, what are like 4 other areas, 3 or 4 other areas that like really light your soul on fire. Like you get excited about learning about that, or you get excited about it because it's just who you are. Okay, so now once you've done that, you should have 4 or 5 things that really make you you, that you're improving on. And I want you to create a bio under your Instagram, just sharing with people how you're improving your life and what they can expect when they come to your page. How can you help them? Because you're gonna grow and you're gonna learn. Maybe you're learning how to make simple meals, so you're gonna share those meals and offer value in your Instagram stories. So that may be one of the areas that you're gonna offer. And so you wanna create that bio to really show people that these are the things, I call them slices of pie. They're my slices of pie. Pecan pie. Pecan pie. So I really want you to think of it that way, the slices of life that you're looking to improve, and put that into your bio. I will note, do not put Beachbody Coach.
Hey, that's my topic.
Oh, okay. But that does not go in your bio.
So if you need an example, head to Kelsey's Instagram, check out hers for an example. You can head to my Instagram for an example. Lindsay Hayes, another good example.
She's Faith Food Fitness on Instagram.
Faith Food and Fitness, thank you. But you'll notice Kelsey didn't mention one thing about her slice of pie being, I want to be the best Shakeology salesperson in the world.
Right.
She didn't mention that. And I don't want you to be the best Shakeology salesperson in the world either. So don't use Beachbody lingo, right? Don't use Beachbody photos. And I'll use the term stock photos a lot. What a stock photo is like a picture of Shaun T on his Transform 20 board, stepping up and say, we got work to do, right? Don't use that. That's okay for Shaun T to use because that's Shaun T. But I don't want you to be the biggest billboard for Beachbody. I want you to think about your bio and your slices of pie. I don't want you to stop being who you are. Maybe you're the best DIYer. Maybe you're so good at being a DIY, you actually spend more money than what it would cost to go to the store, but you're so passionate
about doing
it. I don't want to strip that away from you. I still want you to be the best person.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the best at making baby food for your newborn. I want you to continue that and to share that with your audience. That's how you're going to grow your Instagram. That's how you're going to grow your following, your YouTube account, anything that you have a desire to build.
Yes. And
build a following and become an influencer. It's by sharing those things. And I don't want you to turn into a Beachbody robot. And you'll hear me say this time and time again because I repeat it a lot because it is so important.
It is really important. And even in it gives you a link at the very bottom of your bio to put in a website. Don't put your Beachbody link there.
Do not. Because so say I'm a person just browsing Instagram, I'm in a rabbit hole, I really, really like your page, and I go to your Beachbody link, and I start scrolling around and looking at all the things I could get. What's my incentive to message you and to ask you to help me figure out a program when I know a girl down the street can do the same thing? I'm gonna go to the girl down the street, even though I really liked her Instagram. But if I have no idea what pre-workout you're drinking and I want to know what it is,
you're going to ask.
I'm going to ask you. I'm going to message you. Boom, there's where that conversation starts. That's where the relationship is built. And that is how we build influence.
Yeah. All right, guys. So do those changes to your Instagram. Take a screenshot. And then post your Instagram name so that we can follow each other.
We want to follow you. We want to support you. We want to love on your posts.
Yeah. All right.